Hello, Mandy Solo. I'm Marina Jones, one of the therapists here at the center. Would you like me to call you Mandy or Ms. Solo? What do you prefer?
Andy's okay. Andy's fine.
Okay, great. May I offer you some water or coffee?
Water'd be great. Thank,
Okay,
thank
great.
you.
Here you go. So, Mandy,
Yeah.
tell me what brings you here today.
Well, I've got to say, this has been probably the worst year of my life.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
It must be really hard for you
But
to be
actually,
here.
yeah, I guess it started last year because that's when my husband left me. And I mean, we're married 27 years and he just leaves me for this girlfriend that he's had for several years on the side.
Mm,
And yeah, I just can't believe it, you know? Um,
must
like
be.
I thought we were in this life together. We're starting a farm, trying to start a farm, and it's like the big dream. And then he leaves, and I just don't know what I'm going to do.
That sounds really difficult. I'm really sorry to hear that. I really want to acknowledge your courage in coming to see me today and taking the step forward in trying to make some changes in your life and trying to feel better. It must be so difficult, I can tell. And it takes a lot of courage, so I want you to commend yourself for that, for your courage today.
And I'm really only here because, at least at first, because like my bosses said I needed to see somebody. I needed to talk to somebody because it's just gotten so like I work for these lawyers and I'm a receptionist, and I'm sometimes I'm just sitting there crying, and I'm supposed to answer the phone, and I can hardly even function, sometimes. And so
Mm-hmm.
sometimes I just have like no energy, and like calling for work. And
Mm-hmm.
so they said they thought I really needed to just see someone, talk to someone. So that's why I called
Mm-hmm.
you to get this started.
Well, you are here, and like I
um,
said, that took a lot of courage. Even though they suggested it, you are the one who came in and made that step. So you should really feel proud of yourself for that. So before we continue, I'd like to let you know that everything we talk about in here will be confidential. I will respect your privacy, and unless you mention um, harming yourself or someone else, which I know sounds, very strange, but other than that, just know that I will respect your confidentiality in everything you say. So,
that's good. Good.
okay,
It's good to know there's someplace I can just talk about it.
right.
'Cause
I'm really glad you made the step to come here today. So, and maybe,
yeah, I mean, I do have two daughters,
mm-hmm.
but they're grown up, and they only live about an hour away. My one daughter's married, and the other has a boyfriend.
So they are pretty close.
So
What?
they're nearby, but I can't really talk to them about this because sometimes they're, you know, uh, so that just doesn't feel like I can talk to them about it. But I mean, I do have my mom. She's always been supportive just through everything in life, and so
Mm-hmm.
so I'm glad for that.
When you say supportive, is she emotionally supportive
I mean,
or?
sometimes I'm so angry at it. I can't believe it. Yeah, yeah. Well, she's helped me out financially. I've made some bad decisions. I'll
Mm-hmm.
probably blame him too for it. He was agreeing to try to start the farm, but
Mm-hmm.
anyhow, yeah, she's been financially supportive, but she also she's there for me. She'll listen, and
Mm-hmm.
um, yeah,
So,
yeah. So she's a good support.
so that is very important to have close sources of support. So it sounds like your daughters and your mother and even though they may not know everything that's going on, they are there, and that's very comforting to know. So
Yeah.
it's really good that you have that support system in such a difficult time for you. Um,
Yeah.
so I'd like to find out more about how you're feeling a little bit. So how long ago did you start feeling this way?
Well, yeah, I would say right after he left. It was when I was first. I guess I was in shock, and that was like last December, and then sometimes I'm just really, really, really angry. Like when I have to try to take care of things on the farm, and there's nobody else there to help me. So that sometimes I'm pretty angry. But I guess I would say the like not having any energy and crying all the time at work. It's probably been like the last 6 months or so. I think I'm realizing that yeah, this is it. The dream is over. You know.
Sounds like you really
Sad.
had a dream, and you thought of this as long term, forever, and that dream was shattered, and it must be very painful and frustrating.
Yeah.
And do you feel like you have resentment towards your husband? And
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he left me for another woman, and he's been seeing her for a while. So yeah, that's pretty low. And
mm-hmm.
and I just feel kind of helpless. You know.
Right.
Not that I'm going to hurt myself, like you said at the beginning. You don't have to report me to anybody or anything, but yeah, I feel really sad and can't sleep.
Right.
I'm exhausted all the time, but I just can't sleep.
How is your appetite? Are you eating? Have you
I've lost
noticed a
about
change in that?
40 pounds. Yeah, so I would say, yeah, no appetite. And then, like I said, I'm having trouble focusing at work, and that was part of why the lawyers wanted me to reach out to somebody. Is that I'm not able to do my work very well right now. I'm crying a lot. I just can't seem to hold myself together.
Well, you have a lot of courage, and you are here, so
Thank you.
you have a lot of strength. So I know you probably may not feel like it right now, but you do. So, and can you think of, when you think of activities that you used to enjoy? How is that? Has that changed for you at all, or
Yeah.
what makes you get up in the morning and keep going? Are there still activities that you enjoy, or?
Well,
What did you used to enjoy? What did you do for
yeah,
relaxation, or what
I
made you?
used to enjoy, I used to like being out in nature. Or we got a kayak, and used to go kayaking on the river when we had some free time. With taking care of the animals. But I haven't had any interest in those things lately.
So that has all gone away recently.
Yeah. Yeah. I know.
Must be really
I'd
hard.
like to have that back, but I just, I don't see things very hopeful right now.
And you feel like the responsibility of the farm, is it all on your shoulders, or is anyone else helping you? Or?
Well, there's the landlady. We rent the property from her, but she's disabled. So yeah, I feel like it's all on me, and I'm concerned. I don't know that I'm going to be able to afford to take care of the animals and keep things up.
Right.
So yeah, that's a worry that I have.
Right. Sounds like a really great worry you have.
Yeah.
So I know, Mandy, that you mentioned that you wouldn't hurt yourself, but this is just something that we ask everyone who comes in to see us and has difficulties or low mood. do things ever seem so hopeless that you think about harming yourself or taking your life?
No, no. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't do that to my family. I still got my daughters, and that'd be really cruel to them. And or I don't know what my mom would do. If I yeah.
Do you
So I
think?
mean, I still have my family is really important to me.
Right. Okay.
So I do have to keep on going.
Okay. Do you think that you would know what to do if things got really bad? Who you would contact, or um, to get help, or if you did need
Uh,
that?
yeah, yeah. So I do I have in the past I've seen a psychiatrist for some antidepressants. So it was a few years ago.
Oh,
Um,
okay.